if any issue with voice. I don't think you might have. Are you good now with voice, everything?
Yes, yes.
So some people are not able to join from there.
Can you hear me,
Uh,
Keshav? Am I
yeah, I
audible?
can hear you. Like few people
Oh,
are not able to join through that link. So is it
yeah,
possible to share the meeting ID and passcode?
yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Let me just share that as well. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, yes,
Audio is clear, right? No issues this
yes.
time.
No issues. Yeah.
Yeah, because I generally am doing this OM for so many months. I never had this complaint from anyone. Might be with Zoom. I think I have a problem. Not with.
Okay, okay.
Okay, fine. So should be fine, right? Our voice is. How is it,
Yeah,
Keshav
yeah.
sir?
It's good now. Yeah, it's good now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, it's
okay.
good now.
Yeah. Because what happens is with Zoom, if I touch my table, it just even a slight disturbance causes some change in audio. So that is the issue. But Teams is not like that. The experience what I have. So okay, let's get into the topic. Shall we start, sir, or shall we wait, sir, Keshav, sir?
No, you can start, sir. You can start. No problem.
Okay. So friends, we are talking about I mean language fundamentals. So this is something a start where the actual start of programming. So now the first thing is variable. These are all very simple things. So I just don't take much time here. We'll quickly do this and actually get more time into the programming, all that. So variable. What is a variable here? Let me see if I am recording. Just a minute, friends. Just to share with you only. Okay, it's getting started. It's a name given to a value in a program. It is also called identifier. So we are talking about that with the example. This is how we declare variables in Python. It is so simple. Everything is simple in Python, trust me, because I do a lot of developments on Python, automations on Python. I really like the way that design is. The language design is much simple and it's easy for coding for anyone who has that passion for learning or developing something. Fine. So here I am talking about this one. If you are working with any variables, what is that we should see here? Generally, variables has name, address, and data type. The question is, suppose as we don't declare any data type here, if I want to know the type of this variable, how do I know that? For that, there is a method called type. This is very important, friends. Just uh, make sure you note this. Type is very important method, and we use this many times while doing validations, data validations. Even though it's just a simple method, this method is very much needed while doing programming. Okay, so let's. So now next after that there is one more method ID. ID is used to check address and type is used to check data type. How do you check that? Simple. See here, friends. We can declare different types of values and assign to variables. Now, if you want to check data type, simply I can say type of A. See, what is it showing? It is showing A is int type. Of course, it is a built-in class. So in Python, everything is a object. Everything is object in Python, friends. Now, if you see here, when I say type of A, so automatically it is showing data type. It belongs to a class called int type. So that's it is. Next one after type, what else? ID. I want to find ID, address of variable. Then I can simply say ID of A. And this is the address of variable a here, friends. I got it right. So this is the idea. What is that? So if you declare a variable, if we should find, if you want to check type of data type, then apply type method. If you want to check address of data type, then use ID method. Got it right, friends? So that is, you can see here with an example. Suppose I take some b equal to 10.5. Now I print this value. Now I want to check type of this variable b. Then I can simply apply type method and pass b to the type. And I want to find address of b, I can simply say ID of b. So this is how you can check data type of any variable and type of address of any variable in Python. Is this clear to everyone? So remember, of course, we don't use much of ID, but type can be used many times in future. This is important method. Just make sure you get a clear idea on this. So that's all about what is variable, how to declare it, how to check data type, and how to check address of variable. Right. So next after this is, what is it? These are all the examples to declare variables. What is that? A equal to 10, x equal to 10.5, all this. We don't need any data types here. So now that is the idea. Year founded, something like this, something. Just few examples, that's all. And generally in programming, excuse me, friends, providing meaningful names is very important. Okay. Providing meaningful names. Generally, we say A equal to 10, B equal to 20. Here, in learning, it is fine. But when you go into a project and when you start working on project, there, this ABCD is not a standard practice or a good practice. But something providing variable names like this, so you can see here, some year founded, some company, something like this is very important, friends. Just an FYI for your information. So make sure, provide one important tip for programming is provide meaningful names, meaningful names to a variable. This is very important, friends. Okay. And this is okay. This is a tip for you. Don't give something like A, B, C, D. So generally, we see that when we start programming, we provide these kind of names. But if you provide these kind of names, people can easily understand what is that we are not experienced. From that itself, people can easily judge us. You got it right, friends. So if you want to look experienced, provide proper names based on the type of project you are doing and all that. That is important. Okay, fine. So variable naming rules, friends. Suppose if you are declaring a variable like this, you cannot name variable as you like. Suppose I say 123 a equal to some 100, enter. See, I got an error here. Why? Because my variable is starting with numeric number. This should not happen. We should not start variables with numbers. This is actually against the rule of variables. So when you are declaring variables, we have certain rules we must follow. What is that? A variable name should start with a letter or underscore. This is important. So next one, it can contain only letters, numbers, and underscores. And a variable cannot contain spaces or special characters. So these rules are, we must follow these rules, friends, while naming variables. This is important. So what are those rules? Let your variable start with the letter or underscore. That is first thing. Second thing, you can have either letters like alphabets or numbers or underscores. That is fine, but no special symbols. Simply no special symbols. Yes, including spaces. These are the rules we should follow while naming variables. Okay. So now if you see here, these are the examples. Among this, do you think following these rules, we can quickly validate these variables. Suppose the first one, ABC 1 to 3. Is it valid or invalid? This is valid. Why it's valid? Because it starts with the alphabet and later we have numbers. But it should not start with number. You can see this is invalid. As per rule 1, variable should always start with the alphabet or underscore. Letter in sense alphabet. Right, next one. Underscore is allowed. This is valid. And you can see there is a special symbol in a variable. It is invalid. And dollar is allowed. Yeah, sorry. This is not even allowed in programming. So you can see this is a special symbol. We have error here. Again, it's invalid. You put space. This is invalid. So by looking at these examples, we can understand. So we must follow rules, rules for declaring variables. You got it right, friends. That is the idea. So I hope you should be clear with all this, right? Next one. So anyone, everyone is clear on this? Any questions? No, right? So next keywords. Let's jump to the next topic. Keywords means built-in. This doesn't have. We don't need to spend much time here. What is a keyword here? It is a built-in word or special words, right? Or predefined words. So all these are keywords. We have around 25 to 30 keywords in Python. Any strength of any program lies in its keywords. Without keyword, you cannot expect any programming language because these are like commands for programming. And without using these commands, it's highly impossible to develop any programming. So if you look at here, these are all built-in keywords or predefined keywords like while, for, class, int. Okay, there are so many. Okay, and then not, and or in. Likewise, if you see, this is actual list of keywords that are present in Python. It comes almost some 25 to 30 keywords altogether. If you really master these keywords, you are almost good with Python programming. Okay, and this is how you can get list of keywords. Suppose there is a module keyword, you can go to the prompt here and you can simply say import keyword. Then what you can do here is if you want to see the keyword list, simply you can get that here. Right? When you say keyword list, it shows you all keywords that are present in Python. You got it right, friends. So this is the quick check for observing keywords in Python. Okay, but it's simple. Again, everything is simple in Python. We don't have any issues with all this. Okay. Next one after that, rules. There will be rules for everything in programming. If it is programming, first thing is always there will be rules. Okay, what are rules for keywords? Most of the keywords, if you observe, except this false, this none, this true. Okay, except few. These are, if you see something in uppercase, they are built-in literals. These are literals. They are not actual keywords. They are used as values, friends. This false, this none, this true. So keywords are in lowercase, first thing. Next one, never use keywords as identifiers. See, some people, what they do is, let me show you here again. Suppose I say some far equal to some 20, you get an error. Why error? Because keyword, here far is a keyword. You are trying to assign a value to a keyword. Generally, we should not do this. We should refrain from doing all these kinds of things. Don't never ever use keywords as identifiers, not just variable names or any names, in fact. Don't use keywords as identifiers, friends. You got it right. So this is the idea. So this is all about keywords, friends. I hope you got clear idea about variables. Quick questions for you anyhow. If you talk about variables, suppose the important things to observe with variables is type and ID. Just keep in mind. Next after that, constants are literals. What is a constant? Constants means fixed values. From here onwards, it is much more important because this is where the actual foundation starts. Literals means all values, different types of values what we use in programming. So these are fixed values, they don't change, of course. And in programming, we have actually in Python, we have four types of constants. So what is that? String literals are character constants. We can generally strings. In fact, simply speaking, mostly we can just remove this. We can say that string literals, that is one thing, are string constants. Next, numeric constants, complex constants, Boolean constants. These are four different types of constants what we have in Python, or literals what we have in Python, or values what we have in Python. So what are those four types? String constants, numeric constants, complex constants, and Boolean constants. What is a string literal? String, or we can call them as even character constants, no problem. So what is a string here? Generally, if you ask me just about character or string constants, okay, all alphabets A to Z are uppercase or lowercase, small a to small z, or capital A to capital Z. All this is a string type of data. Any digit 0 to 9 is a string type. All special symbols what you see in the keyboard are string type. All words are string type, string constants. Okay, so this is a quick check, like what are a string or character constants. So character constants means all this comes under character constants, like alphabets small a to z or capital A to Z, digits 0 to 9, special symbols, everything. Whatever you see in keyboard are string constants, friends, or character constants. Now, the question is, if you have a clear idea, by looking at this, you can easily understand, friends, what are character constants or string constants? Anything, alphabets or digits or special symbols or words, everything falls under string constants. Now, how do you declare the strings in Python? Right, instead of character data, we can let me say string. How do you declare string in Python? Simple. In Python, we declare strings like this in single quotes, double quotes, triple quotes. So we can use any of these three. Got it right, friends? So single quote means something like this. We can declare a or double quote like this. So both, if you ask a question, so what is difference between single quote and double quote? These two are doing same thing, friends. Both single quote and double quote are used to declare single line comments, or sorry, single line statements. So both are used to declare single line statements. And triple quotes is used to declare multi-line statements or for comments. So this is the quick idea. So how to declare a string in Python? This is how we start with this constants, and the first constant we are talking here is string constant. What is a string constant? We had discussed what would be the type of string constant here. And now how do you declare string constant? Something like this, some single quotes, double quotes, triple quotes, all this. Maybe if you ask me what do I use in my program, I use both. If I in my development, I use single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes. When I choose single quote and double quote, if I am just using a simple a word or a line of strings, then I use single quote or double quote. Suppose if I want to declare a paragraph or multi-line statements or comments, then I prefer this one. What is the triple quotes? Right? So this is the idea. So point is simple. Let me just show you in the Python prompt. Import os dot system of CLS. Here we cannot directly apply clear. I think we have to just import these things if you want to clear your Python prompt. We have to import this module OS. Just remember an OS dot system of CLS, friends. You got it right. So this is how you can clear your screen. Now uh, start with declaring strings here. Suppose I just take my first string here. So I'm just naming it as first string equal to. So we can just use this in two ways. So one is just to declare a single word, that is one thing. Or else, if you want, you can declare a line of string. Anything should be fine, right? So you can just say, you can just print this first string. This is a test you can see here, friends. So this is how we declare a string. Same thing, if you want, you can declare in single quotes. Sorry. You should have quotes on both sides. That too, if you start with single quote, it should be single quote on the other side. Suppose you start with single quote, don't put double quote at the end, friends. So if you do this, this won't work. This is illegal. So point is, starting and ending of quotes should match. Right? Enter. Now print this. Even then you get the same output. See here, if we use double quotes or we use single quotes, there won't be any change in the output because both single quote and double quote both are same. You can either use single quote or double quotes. It's your choice, friends. Okay. But there are certain certain special cases where double quotes also will be useful. I'll talk about that when we get into coding. Okay. I'll show you in which case double quotes is recommended, in which case single. In most of the time you can go with that, but there are some special cases where we exclusively use double quotes, we exclusively use single quotes. Single quotes is common, right? But we'll talk about it when we come to the scenario, right? Next. So but this is the idea. If you ask me, as we have these quotes here, single quote, double quote, and triple quote, these are almost both are same, friends. We don't have a difference between single and double. These are same. Both are used to declare single line statements, or just a string alone is also fine. Then what is this triple quotes? It is used to declare multi-line statements. Let me just show you. Suppose some second string, something like second string equal to, you can use 1, 2, 3, and this is a test, and then enter. What you can do, hi, how are you doing? Just a quick check, and then, and this one. Now print the, you can see now, and print this second string. See, you are having, what is that here? Of course, it is taking space here. Fine, that is okay. But this is how we can use triple quotes. If you want to declare multi-line statements, triple quotes is more recommended. Or if you want to declare comments, triple quotes is more recommended, friends. So this is the idea. But anyhow, I will get more clear picture when we start using this IDEs like Jupyter or PyCharm, anything. What when we start working, I'll show you how we can use this triple quotes or comments, and how we can use all other things. Okay, we are fine with this. So next one, a quick check. Once I declare something here, how do I check type of this variable? How do I check it, friends? So I use a method type here, first string, something like this type of first string. You can see the implicit data type of any string is str. It's a class str. Can you see that here? So you can actually see this. So the type of any string value or string variable is str. Just remember these things. Okay. So if I think I should have also specified that, you can see here the type of any string value. Okay. Any string value will be what, friends? Will be a class, built-in class str. Okay. So that's the idea. Suppose if you want to know that, I mean address of this variable, then you say id of first string. Okay, enter that. You can see this is the address of string here. Understood? So our variable, simply speaking, variable, because this Functions are same for any variable. Only thing is based on the value we assign, this type and this address changes. That's all. So that's all, friends. This is the quick idea about strings here. So what is string and how to declare strings and the importance of single quote, double quote, and triple quote. I hope this should be fine for all of you. Then after that is so this is already discussed. Everything in codes is treated as a string in Python. An important note is what? Python automatically declares a data type based on the data we specify. This is discussed clearly. So based on the value, your interpreter will automatically, internally, implicitly declare the data type. That's why if you ask me a question, don't we have data types in Python? What is the answer, friends? Yes or no? Answer is yes. Why? We do have data types in Python, but only thing is we don't need to declare them in program. But that doesn't mean that we don't have data types. Second thing, understanding this type is very important. What is that? The type of some variables is very important, friends. The data type of variables, because we use this for a lot of validations. Just remember. Okay, next after that. Is this clear for all of you about string thing? Is this clear? Can I get an S from all of you from the chat box? Just you can type in the chat. So if this is clear, let's go to the next topic. So now numeric constants. What is a numeric constants? All numbers are numeric constants in Python. After understanding strings, what is a string? Something group of letters in single quote, double quote, or triple quote. That is one thing. And then we already discussed numbers 0 to 9 are alphabets, capital A to Z, words, all that is a string. Fine. Now numeric constants. What is that? All numbers are numeric constants. And we have two types of numbers, integer and decimal. What is integer? A number without fraction. You can see something like 10, 26, all this is integer. And decimal. What is decimal? A number with fraction. Something like 10.5, 20.6, 6.7. Sorry, friends. Both from minus infinity to plus infinity. Any number is a numeric constant. Okay, now let's go to the Python prompt now. So we can just simply say os.system of let me clear the this one CLS. Now you take a variable something like value 1 equal to 10 and print value 1. So this is a string here. Sorry, this is a number that to integer. I have assigned an integer. What is an integer? A number without fraction. So this is fine. Now I want to check type of this type of value 1. See, what is it? Int here. The internal data type is int. ID of value 1. What is this? This is the address of value 1. Okay, this is the idea, friends. So this is a integer. This is how we declare integers without fractions. And implicitly, data type used to declare integer is int here. Okay, next one. So next, this is about integers. So how to declare integers, how to check type of integers, and how to check address of a variable. Okay, that's it. Decimal means what? Numbers with fractions. Suppose you take a variable here, some value to equal to some 20.5. This is decimal, friends. Like in Java, we don't need any suffixes like small f, capital F, all that. We just only want one. We just need to specify as with numbers with fraction here. If it is decimal, just declare numbers with fractions. That is enough. Once you do that, enter. Now check type of this. We don't have multiple data types for decimal in Python or for integers in Python. We have just only one data type to specify integer. That is int. Like in C, C++, Java, we don't have short int, long int. These many ints don't exist in Python. Similarly, suppose like in Java, value 2, we just have one data type float to represent or to specify decimals. Like in Java, we don't have many things like this. Like we have float, we have double, we have something like that. We don't have different decimal data types like in other languages. In Python, we just have only one data type, that too, that is float, friends. So is this clear for all of you? This is the simple idea about constants, how to declare your values, I mean numeric values, how to check type for that, and you know this gives you a clear, simple, and clear picture. And what is the implicit data type of each type here? If it is integer, we have int. If it is decimal, we have float. Just make a note of all these data types, friends. This will be useful again when we go a little further. But this is the idea. Next after that.
Yeah, hi Manohar.
Yeah.
So by using type, we are able to see the data type.
Yes.
How about the length of the values? Do we have
See,
any command to?
length for string, we can check length. But if you want to check for any other type, either convert it to length and find out that suppose you have this. We don't have direct method to find length of this one. I believe. Suppose otherwise there is a built-in one. Let me just see if you can directly apply length for this. Length won't work for primitive data types. Uh, I somebody asked me a question. Who is that, friends?
Yeah, yeah, this is Narendra.
Narendra. So we don't have direct length for primitive data types. One option is the best thing. Suppose if you are doing coding, you want to find length of some numbers, then the best thing is convert this what is this one, this integer to string. There is nothing wrong in that. We generally do that. Suppose in case you want to find length of that integer, convert it to string, then say len of 1 minute. The best thing is assign that to some variable. So some x equal to, okay, enter. Now len of x. See, what is the length here, Narendra? What is it showing?
Yeah, true.
2. So this is the best approach because for primitives, we don't have direct length method to apply on integers or on all this. But for data structures, we have that, Narendra. If you are working with data structures, and for that, this length works on all data structures. And the best thing in programming, what we do generally, if it is me in my day-to-day work, I convert that to string and apply length on that because on string we can apply. This is not only a primitive, but this is also a data structure. If you ask me a question, maybe you can ask this question. Even string is also primitive, right? Then why length is allowed only for string? Why not for other data types? Maybe this question can pop up in your mind. Then the answer is string is not just a primitive, it is a data structure inbuilt. So it's not like if it is integer, say, if it is int, this is a primitive. If it is float, this is primitive. But string is not primitive. It is actually a built-in data structure. Suppose you take some test string. Okay, I'm just taking like this equal to this is a test. Okay, let me show you so that you get some idea why length is applicable only for string. Now, when you are working with strings, string is like implicitly an array. What is it? It's like implicitly an array. It has index, and suppose you say, let me show you for It has index starting from 0 and ends with size minus 1. But that is not applicable for this primitive data types like int, float, or complex. For these data types, we don't have that kind of design. So where is that? See, you can see for Boolean or complex or for numeric constants, we don't have that. But only string has that, because string is not just a built-in one, but it's also a data structure. What is it, friends? Narendra, it's a data structure. That's why if you want, suppose a length of something, so a length of any of these types, what is that you should do? Convert that to string and apply length on string so that you can find length of that particular type. Is this clear? Did I answer your question, Narendra?
Yes, Manohar. But the thing is, maybe it's too early. For suppose I have a column like gender.
Okay.
We usually store, for suppose male and female. Female is
Okay.
5 and male is 4. I don't
Okay.
want, I mean, more than 5, five length. So I want to control the data. If it is trying to insert more than 5, it's a corrupted data or wrong data, bad data.
That's a validation you are saying, Narendra. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. In that scenario, how can we control? We are not defining any length for particular columns, right? So
Then
how can we control?
again, the answer is same, Narendra. Again, you have to convert that data to string. That is the only option. You got it right.
Yeah.
So generally,
Yeah,
because
one
we do.
question,
Yes,
one
yes,
question
please.
here.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
here it is integer. It is going to the length is 2, and you can
Correct.
check in float value. It is going to 4. 4 length is 4. 20.5.
Okay. You want me to check for that? Yeah, no problem.
That
Let's
is
let's. So again you convert that to string. What is that float value to a? Yeah. See, I do deal with the data every day, friends. So because as we are working with data, of course, even though I'm a DevOps guy, but still what I do, I play with data. So okay, let's first length of my. Obviously, you should get 4 here. See here, somebody is saying that, right?
yeah. It is 3, right? 20.5.
So then
Okay.
you
Point
know, right? Yeah,
point
you
also it
have
is
to do
calculated.
minus one by default. Float have dot, that is we know that, right? Again, I am not seeing the name. What
And
is this? Yeah, Srinivas,
yeah, actually we are data engineer. Okay.
correct.
It should be value is 3 or something like that. It is not calculated. I don't know. Okay.
Value is 3. Then in such case, by default, any decimal we know that any decimal have dot present inside that, right, Srini?
Okay.
Then
Okay.
the logic we have to always apply for decimal is always do minus 1. Suppose you are getting length of y, if it is decimal by default, make sure you apply minus 1 on that.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is
Thank you. Thanks.
this is
Understood.
the
Yeah.
this is the
And
logic you have to choose when you are playing with decimal data, because we know decimal has a that dot that is there. You got it right?
yes. Yes.
Yeah, or else also you can do one thing. If you want to know what is there at the before dot and after dot, how many digits are there? If you want to get that even, you can do that. Split by dot and get that. There are different ways, Srini, to get that. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I think we are in first class. It will come in future. I think so. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but generally we don't do this. But in case if you want to do this, always the best practice is converting to string is one best practice, Srini or Narendra. Okay. Because primitives don't have, we cannot apply length on primitives directly. The one solution, one best practice is converting them to strings. Okay, I hope you got some idea. So this is about where I think we jumped to that one. Fine. Are you good till this? All of you are fine, friends. Can I get an yes or no or something from you? Yeah,
Yes,
you
Manohar.
can answer in the chat box. Now after that, where is that one? This is fine, friends. I hope you should be fine with all this. Understanding type importance of type function and ID. Of course, we don't use much. It's very rare that we use ID, but type is something which we use regularly. So understanding this is very important. How to get type of some variable. Okay. I hope by now you should be comfortable with that. Okay. Next one.
Sir,
You
variables are case sensitive, right?
definitely everything. Yes, sir. Keshav, sir. Everything is case sensitive in Python, friends. Any small change in, yeah. Let me mention that. Let me show you that as well. So let me add that here. So in Python, Python itself is case sensitive. Is case sensitive. In sense, any small change in case. Suppose you have variable name X and you have or some first string. Okay, let me write like this. First string, and I have a variable name first string. Both are not same, friends. Both are different. Any small change in cases that makes difference to them. They are not same. So this is important thing to note here. It is case sensitive. So not just even Python itself is case sensitive. Means any small change in cases will make them as a different value or a different variable. Is that clear now? So that is the idea, friends. So yes, sir, Keshav, sir, this is also added here. Okay, it's yes, it's case sensitive.
Yeah, but keyword lists are
Hmm.
some keywords are capital
Hmm.
letters, right?
That is a design, right, sir? That we can't do anything. See, we have to understand that. Suppose you see here, so keyword dot kw list. Hardly we have how many here? We have just three literals which follows that. And observe the rest of the keywords. See, sir, observe all other keywords. Do you see any keyword in uppercase? And that too, these keywords, whatever you are seeing, are in lowercase. Except these are not actually the keywords. These are built-in literals or built-in values. Do you get that point, sir?
Yeah, yeah. If we are not following the same values like a class, that means we need to use as it is small letters. If we type capital CLASS, it won't recognize,
It
right?
won't. Simple, sir. Sir, it's very simple. We have these many keywords. All keywords are in lowercase. Simple thing to remember. Except these three literals. These are built-in literals or values. What is that? False, none, and true. That too, the starting letter is uppercase. If you see.
Yeah, yeah,
So simple. That is how you can remember, sir. And rest of and look at all other keywords. And these three are not keywords actually. These are values. What values? Predefined or built-in literals. Just and hardly we have three values. Only these three starting letters should be uppercase. See, sir. Maybe if I discuss about Boolean topic just now, in few minutes we will discuss Boolean. Then you get an idea, sir. You got it right.
yeah.
So
Thank you.
you just only remember for these three, sir. And anywhere, if you are using any keyword, it must be in lowercase. That is a rule. If you make any small change, as one of our sir is saying, it leads to error. It is not legal, sir. Okay, so that's it, friends. So I am somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, we are talking about numeric constants. Should be fine with this, right? I think there are good questions. Really, I like those questions. So far, I never know what this kind of questions, but good, because that is something needed when you are working with data. Suppose you have this primitives. How do you convert to how to find length for primitives means the always one stop solution is making it as a string. Okay, friends. Next after that is the yeah, complex constants. I don't see I use anytime complex. I'm not sure if as a data engineers you might use. I'm not sure. But what is complex here? Complex is this form we learned in school days, something like a plus ij or something. But in Python, complex means same thing. But this is the standard form we should follow in Python. What is it, friends? A plus bj. So this j is this suffix is always fixed, friends. Which is fixed? Suffix is fixed here. Okay, a plus bj. Suppose that is this is how we should declare complex numbers in Python. And J is a fixed thing in this, right? This is actually in complex numbers, we have real and imaginary. With imaginary part, we identify imaginary with this J. And J should be always as a second one, and then that too, it should be J only. So just a quick info. So, but I don't think we use much of complex numbers unless we work with some scientific projects. But even then, this is how we declare complex numbers. Let me just go to the Python prompt. Just take an example, some complex number, just like take this. Generally, you can follow this camel case for declaring variables, friends. This is one standard practice. Like what we follow in our office, let me just tell you. Generally, we declare like this. All variables in lowercase, something like this. This is one thing I have seen in all different coding things, what we follow. Complex number equal to some 10 plus 20j. Enter. Okay, and then what we can do, some complex number. This is one thing, friends. I see, we can also follow a camel case. People using this as well. Complex number equal to some 20 plus 100j. But you see everywhere, this j is fixed, friends. It is not changing. Then you can see complex number. Enter. Now you can see there. So these are the two different standards we follow while naming variables. Either you make it completely lowercase and add underscore, separate each word with underscore. That is one standard we follow. Or else I see some other teams following camel case for variables like in Java. You choose anything of your choice, friends. But these are two standards generally we follow while naming variables. And this is how we declare complex numbers, some a plus bj format. And j should be always fixed one. You should not change. You should not replace it with something like, suppose if it is a complex number, we learned in mathematics 20 plus I30 something. This is not allowed in Python. You get error. Always it should be a standard format. What is that standard format? It should be suffixed with j. This imaginary number is suffixed with j. And now again, all other quick checks. What are those quick checks? So let me just show you. Now let me, so you can apply type here, friends. Type of some complex underscore number. You get complex only, direct built-in data type complex. This is built-in data type for complex numbers. Of course, we don't use much of complex, mostly because it is more limited for scientific projects. So I never see we or any other development team using this complex numbers. Okay, fine. But as a matter of learning, we are covering this here. Next, Boolean. I'll complete this and we'll close the session here, friends. Okay. Anyhow, we have here and there small disturbance, right, to cover it up. Now, Boolean. What is Boolean? Boolean means simple, friends, true or false. And these are very useful because most of the time you cannot expect a script without Booleans, right? When you are working on a large scale applications, Booleans are very important. So true or false. See, somebody is just asking about keywords, all that. So these two are built-in literals, predefined literals, and that's why you can see starting letter of true is uppercase. Just remember, for these three literals, start letter should be uppercase, and these are predefined literals, and we have to use them as is. We cannot make any change to them. Is that clear now? So Boolean means something true or false, right? And let me just go to the prompt. Just declare some Boolean variable, some test equal to true. Enter and print it. And if you want, find type of test. This time you see here, it is returning bool. And don't put booleans in quotes, friends. If you put boolean in quotes, suppose if you put like this becomes what? A string. It is not a boolean. Never ever put your boolean literals inside quotes. So sometimes I see people adding this in quotes, but don't do that. That too in the beginning, of course. Once you are familiar, you don't generally people don't do that. So this is Boolean. What is the type of Boolean here? Type of Boolean is here. You can see here it's true. See here, friends. So when I apply type, it is sorry, type is bool. When I apply type of any Boolean variable, it returns a data type true here. Okay, similarly, if you want, you can also apply false, but F should be uppercase and then something is wrong. You can see any change, small change in that literal, it throws error. It throws error. Okay. Again, print it, and if you want, you can apply type of text. Okay, and then enter. You can see wet bool here. All of you are fine, sir. So this is the idea, friends. So this is all about different constants in Python. So what is that? Now let's summarize. We have discussed about string. Of course, let me remove this. String or character, you can treat as same here. If it is C, C++, there will be a slight difference. String character means single character. String means double, I mean something in double quotes. There will be single character in single quotes in C, C++ or Java. But here, we don't have these many types. Everything is a string here. So in single, something in single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes, one character, many characters, one line or many lines, everything is a string in Python. Okay, so what is string here? Simple, friends. String is something used to declare a character type of data, and the built-in data type is str. What is data type for integer? Int. Data type for decimal? Float. Data type for complex? Complex. For Boolean? Bool. So these are all built-in data types what we have in Python. So your interpreter, once you assign some value based on the type, what it does, it will declare these data types implicitly. Okay, these are all data types in Python, friends. So in tomorrow's session, I'll talk about conversion methods because that is also very important, understanding conversion methods. Right. So once we do that, then we jump to the control statements. So this is all for today, friends. Any questions? If you have any questions, please ask me. We'll try to discuss and okay, and close this. Are you fine with all this, friends? Are you good now? Clear or how is it? Are you able to catch what I am trying to explain or any questions, any doubts? Please let me know. Is the pace okay or you want me to slow down or you want me to go a little fast? You can just share your Keshav sir. Only thing is we should make sure that this should be at most useful for all of you. That is the agenda, friends. Applying is very important. So once the session is done, best thing is keep practicing this on some hacker rank or lead code, all these kinds. If you need any help, we guide you. No problem with that. But only thing is due to the time constraints, maybe working on them in classes sometimes might not be possible. So my suggestion is you just start working on hacker ranks. If any issues, if you're stuck somewhere, okay, if you just share it with uh, in the chart or something, we try to come up with a solution or maybe if you just share it before itself, we can connect and we can discuss on such things. If you have any issues, if you are stuck, or if you have problem in solving such issues, all that. So I think I am done for today. If you have questions, please let me know. We'll discuss now. Else, Keshav sir, I think over to you. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I'm good, sir, today.
Yeah. Actually, the problem is with Zoom for me, sir. That Zoom don't work
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me.
that's okay. Yeah, yeah. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out why it is.
Yeah. Yeah, friends. Shall we stop here?
Mm, Yeah, hi, Manisha. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for the session. It's so good. I'm just asking for my top curiosity. I'm a DevOps engineer. So is there
Yes,
any
ma'am.
other session that is going for the DevOps related things or only Python only is going on?
No, for now, focus is on Python. That too only with I'm doing for I mean Keshav sir because he is the most passionate teacher whom I have seen. So DevOps, no planning as of now, ma'am, but we'd let you know if anything is there. Keshav sir might be informing you if any plans were there from on DevOps side.
Yeah, we are
Thank you so
planning
much.
for that one as well, but not now. I have
Yes.
to discuss on that one. Yeah, we'll let you know definitely soon.
Yeah, yes, please. So, yes,
Yeah.
please.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hi,
thank you.
hi, sir. This is Param. Could you please share the course content, sir?
Yeah, already Keshav
Yeah,
sir said that.
it's
Yeah.
there in
Oh,
the group. I can reshare that one today.
yeah, because I joined like yesterday, so maybe I think yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
I'll share that one. Reshare that. Yeah,
Sure.
no problem.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Shall we close it now?
Yeah, you can stop recording sessions.
Hmm.